about this Southern hospitality and stuff, and it's true. There's a lot of Southern hospitality, but there's that same hospitality everywhere. You know, I mean, I've been invited into so many strangers' homes. You know, just hiking the trail or riding the bike out there, traveling around.
Did you write down their addresses and save them?
Yeah, I got their email addresses and keep in touch with some of them. And there's just a lot of good people out there everywhere. You know, even in a big major city, it doesn't matter. There's good people everywhere.
How young were you when you started that, and how young are you now? Now, just give me the picture.
Well, I dropped out of college and started hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2008, and I was 20 years old. And I'll be 27 next month. So
this is the time to be doing all that.
Yeah. 2008, I hiked the trail. 2009, I rode my bike down the coast. And then in 2011, I did the same bike ride again out west, and finally decided to get back into college. And I wasn't doing well when I first tried. You know, I was not making good grades or anything. And then I went back and I kept a 4.0 for up until a junior. You know, and I still have a very good GPA now. And I think I needed to get out there and experience the world and stretch my legs, and now I'm back, and I know what I want to do now. I have a very good major and making good grades, and I have 2 more classes left and I'll graduate.
Conservation biology. Now, Neil mentioned to me very briefly about how you got up, was it early one morning and went down to the creek and were sitting there by yourself with a book, and something kind of interesting happened with a critter?
What was that, the raccoon?
Yeah. You know, tell that? Tell it was like barely twilight or real early in the morning. Tell that story.
Yeah, well, I went down.
This is on Neil's Jeannie's property.
At the crossing there, where they drive across the stream, and there's a nice little rock and swimming hole there, and I go down there every morning almost. But went down there one evening and just checking out the little critters and stuff, flipping over rocks, and found a little newt, and it swam off, and little crawfish and stuff. And a raccoon came out of nowhere, and it just sort of worked its way down the stream, and it got closer and closer, and it'd look up at me every once in a while, and then go back to foraging, and look up at me again and go back, and really didn't pay much attention to me. You know, I wasn't approaching it or anything like that, and it just kind of walked on right by me and then crossed the creek and went up the hill.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Lots of wildlife out there.
Yeah.
Lots of deer and lots of little bugs and stuff.
Brothers or sisters?
Younger brother and younger sister.
And are they different than you or like you?
Yeah, I'm the oddball in the family. I don't know if it's the black sheep, but it's definitely the oddball. They don't hike or camp or do anything that I do, or I don't understand.
I don't understand how you could live like that. I want to be out.
Yeah. They like to stay home and do their thing. I mean, they're very active, productive people, just in their own way. You know, everybody has their own way of living life.
Were you there when the bad storm came in?
Our side of the state got hit by Hurricane Rita, though.
Yeah.
It was shortly after Hurricane Katrina. And just as devastating of a storm, except that we didn't get all the flooding because we're not, we're a little bit above sea level, but we got real torn up from that. We all had to evacuate. We couldn't come home for a couple weeks, and the National Guard's out there blocking the roads off, and really crazy. When we finally did make it back, and a few weeks after the storm, I'd go and hang out with my friends and stuff, and we had curfews. You had to be inside by a certain time. It was very like a police state. It was very scary. And if you were out past curfew, it's one night a cop pulled us over like 30 minutes past curfew, and he had his gun drawn. It was pointing down at the ground, but his gun was still out, and he was ready to act if need be. And I guess there's a lot of people looting people's houses and just doing a lot of bad stuff, I guess. But everyone is a suspect.